late.
Hermione was no stranger to cocks.
Fuck!
That's especially true if you've seen most parts of the internet. Just for the record, Sash, your channel's dead now. And we killed it.
With fanfic.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Because no one else will be.
Well, we all know your dad wasn't proud of you. But then again, he wasn't proud of anyone except himself.
Yes. Yeah. Why do we keep making valid points?
Yeah, it's not funny to be correct.
Hermione was actually 17 years old and an adult in the eyes of magical Britain. Now remember, this is set in book 3. She had been homeschooled by her parents in magic since they were squibs, and too poor to afford an education.
I thought they were just muggles.
Yeah, they were. The story that she's rewriting the whole story.
I don't. Is this an AU? Is it specified that it's an AU? Because I'm scared.
Yes.
There's people down there.
For a short time, she disguised herself with magic and got a job in the Ministry of Magic. That was how she got hold of a time turner.
That was how she got a hold of Grimlock.
Some massive...
So what she did, right, was she broke what the time turner's meant to do. And then fucked over the time-space continuum. Everyone's getting fucked tonight.
Oh, I love the phrasing of this. Okay. So, needless to say, Hermione was no stranger to cocks. But in all her years, she had never seen anything quite as big as Buckbeaks.
Oh my fucking god, what the hell?
The bit where dogs shit here.
Hang on. It was bloody huge and not even fully hard.
Hermione would have to grow in size to be able to fuck that. Luckily, she had a growth ray on her that she found in a cave when she was looking for shit with a dog.
She fucked the dog.
She fucked the dog as well, yeah.
She couldn't find...
Not the dog fucked her. She fucked the dog.
She couldn't find a wound anywhere on the majestic creature, so maybe he was just horny. Perhaps he thought that Draco was the more powerful, dominant male and would take away all the females due to their clash at class. If that was the case, he could become easily depressed, and a depressed hippogriff was prone to rash behaviour and outbreaks of anger and violence. Hermione knew she had to calm him down, and realised there was only one way to do that.
With a tree.
Heaving a sigh, she sucked in a deep breath and licked her lips. Hesitating for only a moment, she placed her lips on the head of Buckbeak's penis and engulfed
Penis.
And engulfed his member in her throat. She licked it all over with her tongue and bobbed her head up and down as she worshipped his cock. Buckbeak whinnied and began stomping as Hermione pleasured him.
She tried to dodge the stomps, but she was too late.
The end.
Also, next story.
She began to feel hot and flustered and shoved her finger in her pussy and began rubbing her clit.
So she sucked the finger in.
Into her clit.
No!
What the...
Because that's physically impossible.
The bushy-haired Gryffindor started sweating as she sucked hard and fast.
Perv.
Thankfully, a hippogriff's cock was not half as big as a horse or a centaur's, and she knew that. Just slightly larger than a man's dick.
Can I ask a question?
Yes?
What
on the scale of black person and white person, where does that dick sit?
On a scale between black and Asian, where?
Thank you.
Just slightly larger than a man's dick. It was definitely more powerful.
Okay, but like what kind of man?
And like all magical creatures, hippogriffs had much more stamina than mere men and even wizards. Now to answer your question, considering Hermione had seen a lot of cocks, I'm sure it would be all men. She saw... Are you feeling a little bit inadequate there with your rice stick?
No, I don't feel threatened by a mythical creature.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure a black guy's dick could be bigger.
Eventually, Buckbeak became fully hard, and Hermione came once,
Righto,
her
fella.
seed squirting and gushing on Buckbeak's hind legs.
I'm scared.
The hippogriff was going mental now and was humping her face.
And slipping on the puddle.
Hermione was bright red and drenched in sweat. Panting
well.
for breath, she pulled back from Buckbeak, trying to calm him with soothing whispers. In record time, she stripped off her pajamas. She went out in her pajamas, okay, and got on all fours under Buckbeak. Glistening with sweat and panting and whimpering, Hermione grabbed Buckbeak's stiff, bursting cock and shoved it up her pussy.
Bursting?
Yep.
I don't...
That's not what cocks are meant to do.
If your cock has burst, see a doctor. Do not ask truffle fucks on the internet for help.
If the burst lasts for more than 3 hours, see a doctor.
If your cock's exploded for more than a day...
You're fucked. There was a loud squishing sound.
So is she.
And Hermione shrieked in pleasure and shock as Buckbeak's dick thrust into her most sacred spot.
Her chamber of secrets.
Hermione let go of the creature as she almost stumbled with the sheer force of the hippogriff's thrusting. Moving faster than she had ever anticipated, Buckbeak pounded into her tight hot pussy that was already dripping and clenching around his massive cock. Buckbeak, oh, for fuck's sake!
Blackberry.
Buckbeak was snorting and whinnying proudly and defiantly
Sherbet?
as he humped her mercilessly. Hermione screamed in blissful ecstasy, completely unaware of two sets of eyes watching her from a distance.
Hagrid. And Hagrid too.
The electric boogaloo.
The electric Hagaloo.
From inside his hut, through the wind, Hagrid stared at Hermione getting screwed by his pet hippogriff. He had never anticipated this would happen, though it was to be expected seeing that the hippogriffs were in heat. He had originally been using one in his class since they were... Wait, what? What?
Can I?
He had originally been using one in his class since there were many young nubile females around.
Okay, first of all, pimping your students is not okay, Hagrid.
Actually, I think it's perfectly legal in that world.
If Buckbeak had taken one of them for a flight, she would not have come back, though she would have come hard and fast as many times in the creature's nest. In fact, he wondered if Buckbeak was horny enough to shag Harry.
Wouldn't that bring up a few questions with parents? If there's just hippogriffs kidnapping children from the fucking school. And also, what the fuck?
Why did this cross Hagrid's mind? Where does this come
Hagrid's a horny motherfucker, he lives in a shack!
Love shack, baby, love shack.
The only people in there are Hagrid and Fang, so I should hope not.
And occasionally Harry.
Don't, for fuck's sake, don't you remember he had that dragon for a time?
Oh yeah, Norbert.
Dragon.
Yeah, in fact he wondered if Buckbeak was horny enough to shag Harry, though he thought not. Hippogriffs were not known to be homosexual. They had nothing against that. Like all magical creatures though, they were also known to take a human female as a mate on rare occasions. That was how many magical creatures such as centaurs and mermaids and harpies came into being. So it was not an uncommon thing for bestiality to occur among wizard kind and animals.
I hope to God J.K. Rowling didn't write this, because if so, it's implying that the mythical creatures in this universe are only there because bestiality.
She definitely wrote this.
And as such, it was wildly accepted as a commonplace fact of life that there was no prejudice against it, unlike with muggles.
Saying muggles in the same inflection you'd used to say the word tapeworms.
Fuck.
Thus, Hagrid was shocked at first to see Hermione willingly give Buckbeak a blowjob, and then have sexual intercourse with him. But he wasn't a pervert, though. He was sorely tempted to wank off to the hot display.
I thought
Yes.
there was 2 sets of eyes, not just 2 eyes.
Hagrid's not a pervert. He
Thanks.
just wonders if hippogriffs will fuck Harry.
And has a dirty little wank
And
in
you
his
don't?
dirty little shack.
I do.
We don't want to know about your dirty little wank in your dirty little shack.
He thought he would save that for a rainy day, though, and hoped
That's not what I wanted!
he'd have a wet dream about it tonight. That way, he would be guilt-free when he'd next have to teach Hermione.
I am scared.
Back outside, Hermione was having her 3rd or 4th orgasm of the evening and wasn't sure she could take it any longer. She knew she wouldn't be able to walk for at least a week, and all the girls would think she had a boyfriend. Yeah, right, Hermione, a boyfriend. Wait, she ends up with Victor Crumb. Never mind.
No, she ends up with fucking Ron Weasley.
She dates
Both.
Victor Crumb first. And then has babies with Ron.
Hermione.
Anyways, where was I?
Hermione.
Buckbeak was shagging her mercilessly, and she was enjoying the hell out of it. She was screaming so hard in pleasure that her voice was hoarse, and her throat was hurting.
No, her throat was not a horse, it was still, the voice was not a horse. It was Buckbeak.
She hoped no one would hear her, but it was late at night and everyone was fast asleep. She was too gone to care though, and instead cried out for Buckbeak to fuck her harder and faster. Suddenly Buckbeak stopped, and Hermione could feel his entire body clench with strain. She felt a pressure and force build up in his cock, and braced herself. She felt that in his cock?
And then he came and launched
like
Hermione.
this, like this fucking rockets, you just fucking pump, boop!
Yeah, launched Hermione into Saturn. Or at
Seconds later, Buckbeak gave a wild, alien-sounding cry and let loose a torrent of cum.
that launched Hermione into the Forbidden Forest.
Hermione's pussy was filled with his seed, and she writhed and convulsed as her belly was filled with his seaman. Seamen. S-E-A-M-E-N.
Oh!
Seamen.
Oh! The game from the Dreamcast. What character are we... what's the... What thing is the Buckbeak?
A hippogriff.
Okay.
She wondered if she'd
I'm
bear
doing a
his
quick Google
children,
search.
and what kind of beings would result from their unusual union. Would it be half bird-like from the hippogriff and half female? Could they produce the first angel?
No.
The thought made Hermione smile. Then she collapsed as Buckbeak jerked his flaccid cock out of her. She was so blissful and content sexually that she didn't notice the pain as Buckbeak's removal drew slight blood.
Oh, so her intestines.
She lay prostrate on the ground, her face in the mud as Buckbeak collapsed on top of her. He
Crushing
covered
her under his immense
This is
weight.
what we're looking at.
Thank you for this, Sasha. Oh, tits. I mean...
I did not need to see any of that except for tits in my life. Never show me that
The
again.
tits is tentacle rape,
Oh, okay, that's alright then.
but it's like
Wait.
horribly drawn.
Wait.
I have...
Anyways, he covered her...
169.
Nice. He covered her protectively, claiming her as his mate, and spooning her ever so gently. He nuzzled it... Wait, what? He nuzzled his beak.
Sash, you want to get your pack of
Oh.
fucking veggie chips off my bed?
He nuzzled his beak in the crook of her shoulder, and Hermione fell asleep happy and content.
Thank you. Can you make sure... And the pizza box somewhere too, please. Make sure that... Can you please make sure there's no cords dangling around where it can be knocked down? Thank you. I'm too...
All in all, Hermione and Buckbeak shared a happy life together despite their initial hardship and secrecy. They also had deliciously hot sex many times each week and kept their love for each other alive. Aww.
What a lovely ending after Hermione got fucking ploughed.
So there were a lot of things omitted in that, but if you want to read
Including
it, that
Pizza
was
Poltergeist.
Hermione the Hippogriff.
There are a lot of things that are missing in that, including Peeves the Poltergeist, but that's not unusual for a Harry Potter story.
Okay.
My favourite part of Peeves the Poltergeist is when he wasn't in the movies.
Harry Potter. Yes, please, Andrew. If that's okay.
I am a sleepy sheep.
So am I.
I'll have this game and...
I get the feeling I'm gonna get some fucked up, horrific dreams after this.
Are you going to dream of Buckbeak?
My nightly
not.
wank is going to be fucking horrific.
I'll never wank again.
Not without thinking of the Whomping Willow.
Yeah, you won't wank.
Laying down.
You go try to fuck a tree.
Every time you guys have sex from now on, as soon as you guys think you're actually going to, finish, you're going to imagine the Whomping Willow lying down
And then I'm gonna-
hands.
I'm never going to be able to sleep with certain people again because I'm going to look at how well they're dressed and I'm going to go, oh, blue socks, fuck!
Blue socks will remind you of trees with hands, penises, and eyes. Also Dobby.
With hands, penises, and eyes.
And his huge erection. Dobby's massive cock.
Twice the size of a house
Intense
elf.
squirting.
Okay, look, I'm gonna just say this right now.
Yeah.
Who?
Who?
What? Hounced? Whom'd?
Whom'd have thought?
Whom'd have thought it? Slytherin is a house for pussies. Hufflepuff is a house for retards. Gryffindor is a house for twats and main characters.
So that's why you're not Gryffindor.
Yeah, no shit. Because I'm smart. I've got Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I'm Gryffindor.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Gryffindor is a house of Sherpas. Don't you hate it when you go on the internet and try to look up Harry Potter fanfiction and none of it's hot?
It's just Hagrid.
It's just Hagrid jacking off while watching various other characters fuck.
Actually, Hagrid would be hot.
What?
If it was Hagrid, it would be hot.
Yeah, faggot Harry.
So am I. Fuck. For Hagrid.
Yeah, sure, Sash. That's safe.
Oh, fucking oath!
I hear guns.
So do I.
It's almost as if this is a gun game of some description. If only you could lob a grenade at someone's face. He's there. They're dead.
Come on, there's got to be more Harry Potter smart. Come on. Google, give me good smart.
Oh! If I had got that last shot in, I would have won. The fucking would have killed that chick.
What is the smuttiest Harry Potter fan fiction you've ever read?
Are we gonna keep going, or is Andrew gonna go to bed and I'm gonna go?
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
That was a good stream. Tune in next time where we'll be literally just
Killing ourselves.
watching Clifford the Big Red Dog fuck someone.
Specifically Andrew.
That's